Welcome to Reiki. I'm glad you're here. Let's spend some time together. Today's Reiki is to purify your energy. So, you know how we get toxins in our body and we have to drink water to release them or sweat it out. And sometimes we actually kind of feel worse for a little bit. Have you ever had that experience where, like, you give up caffeine or you give up sugar and you actually feel terrible? Like you have a headache and you're, ugh. But then when you get through the hours or the days that it takes to detox, you feel this infusion of energy, and it makes it worth it. So we are actually going to do something a little bit creative today. We're going to use salt. So this is just rock salt, like a rock salt lamp that you can get to purify your room. If we think about salt, it's so important. They can cure meats with salt and they can last for a long time. If you go float in the ocean, you can feel so much healing from the salt in the water. Again, if you have a salt lamp and you heat up the salt, moves those negative ions into the space and it purifies. So we're going to ask the energy of salt to come through and purify your heart, mind, spirit, and soul. Kind of like having a clean slate. Like when you clear out your email inbox and it's just empty. When you go through a purification process, you come out on the other side changed. Because you've let go of the burdens and the toxins and the debris of life. And you're clean and fresh. So Reiki for purifying your energy. So I'd like you to close your eyes. And if you've ever been to a place where you smell the salt in the air, I want you to tap into that smell. And if you haven't been in a place where you can smell the salt air, just be willing to tap into that experience and let the Reiki energy help you kind of understand that a little bit. And in the healthiest way, I want you to take a deep breath of the salty air. And as you breathe out, you're seeing the salty air just filtering the stagnant breath coming out. And try it again. And one more time. All right, now what about tasting the salty air? can you imagine a little taste of salt on your tongue? And as you taste that salt, what happens to your salivatory glands? Are you salivating a little bit? You getting a little pucker back here? Where on the tongue do you feel the salt? Now, I want you to imagine that the salt that you just breathed and tasted infuses with the body and brings you the nutrients that you need and helps purify the physical body. And then bring that purification energy into the heart space. To the emotions. Bring the purification energy, the saltiness into the thinking mind. Let it wipe away any impure thoughts, anger, disdain, distress. Bringing in saltiness to purify the thinking mind. And if you feel like your soul has perhaps been on a bit of a rocky journey, and you'd like to send some purification energy into your soul, you can send that salty purification into the soul's journey. And now I want to ground you back into the body. So imagine that you are standing on a bed of salt. So the purifying is coming through the bottoms of the feet. Okay, now we are going to set aside the salt. Set aside the salt. And we're going to bring in purified ionized water. So I want you to imagine that you have the best tasting glass of water you have ever had the pleasure to drink. And I want you to hold that water in your own healing hands. And I want you to imagine that all of the salt that was just used to purify the body, mind, spirit, and soul is now being washed away as you take a beautiful drink of the water. You're feeling it infuse with all the cells of your body, leaving the nutrients of the salt, the purification of the salt, but leaving your skin feeling light and moisturized, leaving your body feeling hydrated, hydrating the thinking mind and the heart space. And washing away any impurities that were brought to the surface by the salt. So you're seeing that the Reiki energy is purifying not only the water that you're drinking, the water that is washing your body, but it's also purifying each cell in your body and making it hum with universal life force energy for your highest good. So you're getting the hydration, you're getting the cleansing, you're getting the fresh start for the body, mind, spirit, and soul. Okay, now I just want you to sit in this new energy bubble. What does it feel like? And as you move forward into your day, remember that you are fresh. You are purified. You are energized. You're given the same kind of gift that you would get if you went to one of those salt rooms and got to sit in the salt room, or you floated in one of those salt, what do they call those? Like a salt chamber. I don't know. I've been in one. It's fun. Yeah, you might check it out. But we're asking the Reiki energy to allow you to have the same kind of results from this session that you would have from that. So yes, getting to experience something with your three-dimensional self. Is a wonderful experience, and we're asking to be tapped into that now with this Reiki flow. If you've been around for a while, you know this session was quite different. I would love your feedback, and if this wasn't your jam, thanks for hanging in here with me anyway. I invite you to check out some of my other Reiki healing sessions here on YouTube if this is your first one and you're like, We're just thanking the Reiki energy for this purification and this hydration. And we're asking that this healing will continue for as long as is needed for the highest good of all of those who are participating. My name is Jennifer Hall. It is my distinct honor and privilege to share Reiki energy healing with you here on YouTube, here in Kansas City in my healing studio, and one-on-one through video chat anywhere in the world. Also teach classes, have Reiki 1 and 2 coming up soon. If you are interested, it would be my honor to be your teacher. Until next time, the light in me recognizes and bows to the light in you. Namaste.